Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is just going to be a quick review of slope. All of this we learned last year, so it's just a matter of activating it in your brain and remembering it. So the first thing we're going to start with is finding the slope of a line from a graph. And if you recall, in order to find the slope of a line on a graph, we're going to be counting the rise over the run. And the rise is the change in the y values, and the run is the change in the x values. So all we have to do is find 2 points on our graph. There's a point, and there's a point, and now we just have to count. How much are we going up? We're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's the rise of 4 over the run of 1, 2, which simplifies to 2 over 1. So our slope equals 2 over 1, or we could write it as 2, since that is the simplified version. That's slope from a graph. Let's look at slope from a table. Again, we're still talking about the rise over the run, but we can't visually see a rise over run from a table. So we're actually going to be looking for the change in the y values, and that'll go over the change in the x values. So the y values, how are those going up? Well, let's take a look. From 76 to 152. Well, I don't have a calculator in front of me right now, so for once I'm doing math by hand. Okay. 76. It's going up by 76. And again, if I do 152 plus 76, do I get 228? Yep. Alright, I'm going to erase that so it doesn't get in my way. So the y values are increasing by 72. And the x values, take a look at those guys. Those are increasing by, something way easier, 2. So my change in my y is 72, and my change in my x is 2. So my slope, or my rise over run, can be simplified to 36 over 1, or simply 36. What does that mean? It's 36 miles, because those are the y's, per hour. 36 miles per hour. That's my slope in this case, or my rate of change. Alright, so we've done it from a graph, we've done it from a table. Now let's see if we can remember how to do it from ordered pairs. This little guy here is the formula that's going to keep you sane. We're looking for the change in the y's, and that can be found by subtracting each y value over the change in the x's. Subtract the x values. So let's start with the y values. Remember, it's always written x1, y1, x2, y2. So in letter A, my y values are 2 and 5, so I can do 5 minus 2 over my x values, which are negative 3 and 5, so I can do 5 minus negative 3. And when I solve this, 5 minus 2 is 3, and 5 minus negative 3 is 8. So that means my slope is 3/8. Pretty simple. Let's try another one. Alright, so the y values, I'm going to subtract them. Negative 4 minus negative 8 over the x values, negative 3 and negative 2. Negative 3 minus negative 2. Solve it. Do some keep change to make my life easier. That becomes 4 over negative 1, which simplifies to negative 4. Alright, letter C. Let's try another one. Subtract the x. Not the x. Changing the y goes on top. Changing the y. Subtract the y values, 4 minus 4 over, subtract the x values, negative 3 minus 4. That gives me 0 over negative 7, which simplifies to 0. That's 0 slope. Let's do the last one, letter D. Subtract the y values. -3 minus 5 over, subtract the x values. -1 minus -1. We'll keep change to make our lives easier. -8 over 0. That's undefined. Remember, you can't divide into 0 groups. There can't be a 0 on the bottom. Alright, so if you recall when we watched that video last year of the dude skiing, puff, puff, positive, puff, puff, positive, we're going uphill. Nice, negative, nice, negative, we're going downhill. This is 0 fun. This is 0 fun. Going not uphill or downhill, and undefined, we fall off the cliff. Another little reminder for you, Mr. Slope Guy, we've got the positive, the negative, the undefined, and the nice 0. This is 0 fun. Alright, little extension for you here. How can you tell if a table is linear? Well, it has to have slope. The rate of change has to be the same between all points. So in the first table, we're going up by 6, 6, 6, and we're going up by 1, 1, 1. So that is linear. I'll change colors so we don't get confused here. In the second table, we're going down 4, then we're going down 5, then we're going down 6, and we're going up 8, up 8, up 8. So that is not linear because this slope, -4 over 8, is not equivalent to this slope, -5 over 8. So that's not linear. And the last one, let's pick one more color so we don't get those confused. We're going up 2, up 2, up 2, and we're going up 5, up 5, up 5. So that one is linear. It has a constant rate of change. It's increasing by the same amount each time. Alright, so that's all I got for you guys. Now you know everything there is to know about slope.